Hey everyone, welcome back to the Natural English Talk podcast. I'm Anna, and I'm here with my friend James. How's it going, James? You look a little bit sleepy today.
Oh man, is it that obvious? Yeah, I'm exhausted. I'm tired. What's the word? Cooked. Seriously, I had a very long day. Work was crazy, the dog was barking, and I really just want to sit on my sofa and do nothing. But hey, I'm here, and I think today's theme is perfect for me. We're talking about English for tired people. Because, let's be honest, who isn't tired these days?
Exactly. We are all members of the Tired Club. But listen, everyone, before we start, I want to say something important. If you are listening to this right now and you are also tired, maybe you're in bed or on the bus, just relax. This is our safety contract. You don't need to work hard right now. Don't worry about the verbs. Don't worry about the grammar. Just listen. If you fall asleep, that's okay too. Just let our voices be like a background movie. No pressure at all.
Yeah, no pressure. I was thinking about this today. When I'm tired, I don't want to open a big, heavy book. I don't want to do a lesson. That feels like more work, and I already have a job. So anyway, I started wondering, can we actually learn English when our brain is, when it's off? Is it possible to get better when you only have like 5% of your energy left?
I really think so, James. For sure. For beginners, especially in A1 or A2, the most important thing isn't studying, it's just spending time with the language. It's like a friendship. If you're tired, you can still hang out with a friend, right? You don't need to have a deep conversation. You just stay together. And English can be like that. You don't need to study it, you just need to be with it for a few minutes.
Hang out with English. I like that. It sounds much better than English homework because when I hear the word homework, my brain just it goes to sleep immediately. But if I'm just hanging out with a podcast while I'm washing my face or putting on my pajamas, that feels easy. It feels possible.
Exactly. The pajamas in English, that's the dream. But seriously, James, I think the problem is that we have this idea in our heads. We think if I'm not suffering, I'm not learning. But when you're tired, your filter is actually down. You aren't overthinking. You aren't stressed about being perfect. You're just absorbing, like a sponge in a slow river.
A very sleepy sponge. But no, really, I had this moment last night, Anna. I couldn't even choose a movie on Netflix. It was too much work. So I found this very simple video on YouTube. It was just a person cooking a grilled cheese sandwich. Very simple English. First, I take the bread, then I take the cheese. And I thought, hey, I understand this. It felt good. It was like a little hug for my brain.
A grilled cheese hug. I love that. And that's a huge tip for beginners, for sure. When you're tired, don't try to listen to the news or a deep documentary about space. That's too much. Go for the low stakes stuff. Cooking videos, vlogs about people walking in the park, or even kid stories. There's no shame in that. The vocabulary is A1, it's simple, it's repetitive, and it's relaxing.
Yeah, repetitive is good. So anyway, I watched the whole video, 5 minutes, and when it finished, I realized I wasn't more tired. I actually felt, I don't know, a little bit proud. Like, okay, James, you didn't study for an hour, but you spent 5 minutes in English world. It's about the small win, right? Because if I tried to read a grammar book, I would have quit after 30 seconds and felt like a failure.
Right, and that failure feeling is what kills motivation, for sure. When you're tired, your goal should just be zero pressure. I mean, I tell my students all the time, if you only have the energy to listen to one song in English today, just do that. One song is better than zero songs. It's about keeping the connection alive, like a pilot light on a stove, you know? It's a tiny flame, but it stays on. So when you have energy tomorrow, you can start the big fire again.
Hmm. The pilot light. That's a great analogy. My pilot light is definitely small today, but it's still there. And I think the trick is to stop being so mean to ourselves. We always think we should do more, but sometimes less is exactly what we need, especially when we're beginners. Just hearing the words bread and cheese while someone is cooking, it's enough. Your brain is still working, even if you don't feel it.
Exactly, James. Less is more. But okay, let's talk about the autopilot mode. You know, those things you do every single day without thinking, like brushing your teeth or making coffee or, I don't know, putting on your shoes. When you're tired, these are the only things you can actually do. So why not bring English into that zone?
Hmm. You mean like talking to myself while I brush my teeth? Now, James, you are brushing the left side. Now the right side. Man, if my roommate hears me, he's going to think I finally lost it. But actually, I kind of do that. Not the teeth part, but with the coffee, I say, I need a spoon. Where is the milk? Okay, the coffee is hot. It's super simple, like A1 level stuff, but it makes the English feel real, you know?
Totally. It's about narrating your life. And the best part is, it takes zero extra energy. You are already making the coffee. You're just adding a little English label to the actions. I mean, for beginners, this is perfect. You don't need to learn global economics. You need to learn the word for spoon and hot. When you're tired, your brain likes these small physical words. They feel solid.
Yeah, solid. Like I can touch a spoon. I can't touch the past perfect tense. That's why the grammar books are so exhausting when you're tired. They're too abstract. They're like ghosts. But a spoon is my friend. And so, anyway, I find that when I'm in that autopilot mode, the English just, it flows better. Because I'm not trying to be a genius. I'm just a guy who wants coffee and knows the English word for it.
A guy who wants coffee. That's the most honest motivation ever. And for sure, for everyone listening, try this tonight. When you're getting ready for bed, just say 3 things you are doing. I am tired. I am opening the bed. I am turning off the light. That's it. You just did a mini lesson with zero stress. You're teaching your brain that English belongs in your house, in your pajamas, and in your real life, not just in a classroom.
I like that. English belongs in your pajamas. That should be the title of our podcast. But seriously, it's about making the language homely, right? If English only lives in a school, it's a stranger. If it lives in my kitchen when I'm tired and hungry, then it's family. And you don't need energy to talk to family. You just exist together.
English in your pajamas. I love that. But okay, James, let's talk about the phone. Because when we're tired, what do we all do? We sit on the sofa and we scroll. We scroll through Instagram or TikTok or whatever. And then we feel guilty. We think, I should be studying English, but here I am looking at cat videos.
Oh man, you're calling me out. That is exactly me. I'm like, okay, James, time to learn. And 2 minutes later, I'm watching a video of a guy building a house for a frog. I mean, I feel so bad about it. I feel like I'm wasting my time. But then I think, wait, if the guy building the frog house is speaking English, am I actually practicing?
Yes, that's the secret, for sure. If you're gonna scroll anyway, because you're tired and your brain is mush, just scroll in English. Change your explore page. Follow one or two people who talk about things you like. If you like cars, follow a car guy. If you like makeup, follow a makeup artist. When you're tired, your brain doesn't want to learn, but it loves to watch. And if the audio is in English, you are getting that slow listening for free.
That's actually a really good point, because it's not active work, it's passive absorption. It's like it's like being at a party where everyone is speaking English. You don't have to talk to everyone, you just hear it in the background. And the best part is TikTok videos are what? 30 seconds? 60 seconds? Even a very tired James can focus for 60 seconds on a frog house.
Exactly. And for beginners, those short videos are perfect. The language is usually very simple, very slangy, and very visual. You see the guy pick up a hammer and he says hammer. Boom, vocabulary. No dictionary needed. It's the lazy way to learn. And honestly, sometimes the lazy way is the best way because you actually do it. You don't quit because it's too hard.
Right, because it's fun, or at least it's not boring. I think boring is the number one enemy of learning, especially when you're tired. If I'm tired and bored, I'm out. I'm sleeping. But if I'm tired and I'm watching something cool, I stay awake just a little bit longer. And those extra 5 or 10 minutes of English every night, they add up. It's like, I don't know, it's like a piggy bank. You put in a few cents every night, and one day you're rich.
The piggy bank of English. I love that, James. It's so true. And hey, speaking of the end of the day, what about that moment when you're actually in bed? Like the light is off, you're under the blankets, and you have that last 5 minutes before you drift away. That is a golden time for your brain.
Oh, I know that time. That's the time when I usually start worrying about that thing I said to my boss in 2014. But seriously, what do you mean? Should I be doing grammar exercises in the dark? Because that sounds like a nightmare, Anna. I mean, I can't even see my own feet. How am I going to see a textbook?
No, please, no textbooks in bed. That's a rule. I'm talking about sleep stories or just very, very calm podcasts. There are actually podcasts made for English learners that are, well, they're boring on purpose. They talk about very simple things like the weather or a walk in the forest in a very slow A1 level voice.
So it's like a bedtime story, like when I was a kid? I mean, I remember my dad used to read to me, and I wouldn't understand every word, but I felt the vibe of the story. Is it like that? You just let the sounds, I don't know, wash over you while you're half asleep?
Exactly, because when you're half asleep, your brain is in this alpha state. You are very relaxed. You aren't fighting the language. You aren't thinking, oh no, is that the present continuous? You are just accepting the sounds. For a beginner, this is like a hidden workout. You're training your ears to be comfortable with the music of English while you're dreaming about, I don't know, frog houses.
Frog houses and grilled cheese. My dreams are getting weird. But hey, I actually tried that once. I put on a very quiet English story and I thought I wasn't listening. But then the next morning I woke up and the word forest it was just there in my head, like a little gift from the night before. It felt like I stole some learning time while I was sleeping. It's the ultimate lazy James move.
The ultimate lazy James move. I love it. And honestly, James, that's the best way to end this. We need to stop thinking that learning English has to be this big, scary monster, especially when we're tired. It can be a gift, like your word forest, or just a quiet story before you sleep.
Yeah, totally. I mean, I feel much better now. I came in here feeling like a zombie, but talking about this, it makes me realize I'm doing okay. Even if I only have 5 minutes of energy, those 5 minutes are real. They count. So to everyone listening, if you're exhausted, if you're done for the day, just remember you're still here. You just listened to a whole conversation in English. That's a huge win. You should be proud of yourself.
For sure, 100%. You didn't open a book, you didn't do a test, but you spent time with us. You kept your pilot light on. And that's the most important thing for a beginner. Just don't quit. Be lazy, be tired, wear your pajamas, but stay in the game. Anyway, I think it's time to let James go home and actually sleep.
Yes, please. My bed is calling my name. James, James, come sleep. But hey, this was fun. No stress, no pressure, just real talk. Thanks for hanging out with us, guys. And remember, a tired brain can still be an English brain.
Exactly. Thanks for listening to the Natural English Talk podcast. I'm Anna.
And I'm James. Go take a nap, everyone. You earned it. See ya.
Bye.